about these hurricanes and stuff when I get in the house. And droughts. I mean, I can talk about it now. I want to look at my notes. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. I don't know about trying to get my damn account straight. A whole bunch of shit about to be obsolete. These banks get their stuff together. The powers that used to be are finally realizing they used to be. Hey. Yeah, all type of stuff was going on. I didn't get my card when my card expired. They stopped sending me statements. I couldn't even call and see what was going on. Due to like little automated says, well, let me just pull up on these folks and see what's happening. I ain't got the little phone mount and shit. Times is tight. So y'all just sitting up on whatever this is called. I mean, it's at the dashboard. Look on whatever. But this is a good thing. I'm glad these stalkers out there can't see where I live. Hey. My Mary Kay lady called me when I was about to go into Family Dollar. Shit serious. She said she want to know where my money at so she can know where her money at. No, that's all. I wanted to be under a Mary Kay lady guy, whatever, that don't do nothing crazy. I stay on where the set go. Rotary. But yeah, I wanted to, like I said before, my sister doing Mary Kay for like 20 years. Although she told that woman she been doing it like 30. So I'm like, girl, don't tell that woman doing 100 on 10. You ain't been doing, I'm only 34. How you been doing it 30 years? But yeah, she was not going to be outdone. That's what that was. Old sis. Somebody called me sissy the other day in the comment. Wait a minute, I'm too old school for that. I ain't never had nobody call me sissy as in sis. Are you? What you trying to say? But yeah. You know, my sister, she doesn't do it full time, so I wanted to be up underneath somebody that do it full time. Oh, my husband, oh, I might have to get off this live. Get off this live. Talk about hurricanes later. I didn't know he was gonna be home. Shucks, I take advantage. Damn it. I ain't one of these wives out here that don't like their husband. One of these wives that their wifely duties is a duty and not delicious. So, what I was saying was I wanted to be up under somebody like my Mary Kay lady because she's hustler, she owns it, and she does to hold me accountable or what have you. So I was talking to her in the car because I had to figure out this seat, y'all. In this Mercedes, it had me all the way up like this. I couldn't figure out how to get the seat back down because the wiring is some wiring issues. It's, you know, not brand new, but some wiring issues and stuff. So the seat on the passenger side works just fine, but on this side, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, I'm not finna drive all like this. I know I'm short. I ain't that damn short. So yeah, he home. My plan to talk about hurricane stuff. I mean, I could run it out in the house and get my notes. But yeah, let's talk about hurricanes real quick. And if I miss anything, hopefully y'all on your telepathy game and you can ask your questions and stuff. But hurricanes, one, how I like to, if I don't find any information on something magically, and I think I mentioned this before, I can't remember, a lot been going on, but the doctrine of signatures. So I'll study the science. I didn't go too deep because I've experienced hurricanes enough. You say handle your business, you gotta work in 15 minutes. I know that's right, showstopper. Yeah, I'm gonna do this quick because once I go in, you know, y'all can fill in the blank. So I go in something else. Let's move on. So yeah, I did want to look up a little bit of the science of, okay, well, what makes a hurricane come? And you know, it's the heat and water, basically. I didn't want to go too deep scientifically because I'm just trying to figure out how I could use hurricanes on a metaphysical level, on a witchcraft level. So, I can pick up the phone. So, boom. So, yeah, this is my pneumonia weather outfit because if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I tried to clean my cute little jacket, little faux leather jacket, because it needed to be cleaned. And so just not cleaning the outside, just cleaning the inside. And I done messed it up, so now I got to sew it. And I was going to wear that today. Because I don't, when the weather is crazy, I do like to have something. Because this is the time of year, in Virginia at least, to get sick. Because it was just 50-something degrees yesterday or something. Now it's 70-something. So, like, y'all won't get me. But, anywho, the hurricanes, heat and water. That's the main thing. Because, the heat meets something. I guess a cold weather front. And it builds its strength over the water. And so hurricanes are extremely powerful over the water. And they start to lose their momentum when they hit the land. That's something to keep in mind when if you were to use hurricanes in your spell work. Obviously, a hurricane is going to affect a water sign way differently, way stronger than an earth sign. So that's something to keep in mind. So what you experience in hurricanes? Floods. Hurricanes can create tornadoes. So I already did a weather magic video on tornadoes. You can check that out. But floods, power outages, high winds, property damage, destruction, And the thing about hurricanes, they're, from a magical standpoint, it's an all of the above type situation because so much is going on with a hurricane, and then it can affect such a large area. That's something to keep in mind. If you were to, say, collect rainwater, collect dirt during a hurricane, not actually you out in there, but the hurricane's done, we're collecting the dirt. Of course, be safe, whatever. A falling branch, tree, something, you've gotten some sort of curio from a hurricane, you got to keep that in mind. You putting this in a spell, it's not going to just affect one person. Right, Lady Owl. You're an air sign. Y'all got to watch out because there's so much air. And that's why I'm combining hurricanes and droughts, although nobody voted for drought. Using dirt collected from a drought could help balance things out. Because one, we're talking about extreme weather. We're not just talking about heavy rain and all. We're talking about a huge weather system. You're using something, you use this magically. You got to use it for the right situation, or you will be throwing a mountain at a molehill type of situation, you'll be putting dynamite on an anthill. Like I've said before, you don't want to do that. So you got to keep that in mind. Hurricanes are going to affect a lot of people, probably everybody in your life, all areas of your life, if you use hurricanes in your magic. So one extreme weather magic system, it's nice to have some other extreme weather magic system curio to balance it out. If you don't have any dirt from drought to try to balance things out, say you've used hurricanes, say you know, a witch after my own heart, and you shoot first, ask questions later sometimes. And you've already done some hurricane magic, and now it's, what do I do? If you obviously can't wait around for drought, using earth, using dirt, using something clay, bentonite clay, because that's readily available. Something that's going to draw that water up. Alum, spices, but being careful with that, because, you know, like cinnamon would be good, because it's that sweet heat. Wouldn't you say, like, hold on, the chat disappearing. Right, okay. You know, but alum, ALUM, the stuff that is used in shut your mouth spells, that'll help. And you could use droughts if you don't have alum, but you're in an area where droughts, that's a common thing. Use the dirt that you're spending money for, and you got all this dirt in your yard that's dry as hell, that can definitely shut somebody's mouth and shut a lot of things down. So what would you use a hurricane for? Well, obviously destruction. Destruction. Something interesting, though, about hurricanes I learned in my research is that there's a dirty side to a hurricane, which is the right side of the system, in respect to the direction that the hurricane is moving in. That's the dirty side. That's the worst side. Yes, sweet heat. And then the left side is not so bad. So that's something to keep in mind when using a hurricane. You're going to have a little bit of, I won't say necessarily the geography, but it would be good to know if you're using a hurricane that's happening now. You don't have to. If you're somewhere in the world where you don't get hurricanes, doesn't mean you can't use the energy. You can watch a video of a hurricane and study and see, okay, and as an empath, as some, or if you practice energetic vampirism, which, I mean, empath is, don't nobody talk about that, but how else you picking up on somebody's energy if you ain't taking it? Yeah, you open, but if you doing your protections, all of this, okay, yeah, empath is a cutesy tootsy term, but we on some vampire shit sometimes too, and keep it real. So you could absorb that energy like that. You know, print off a hurricane on the map, you know, seeing the, you know, the meteorology map. And if you watch Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, how they called, I think that was a hurricane or a tornado or something they called for, and they just had a map of, I slip in my mind now, whatever town they, Greendale or whatever they lived in. And they called air from the four corners, and you're a weather witch, that's something you could absolutely do. Getting a map of your enemy's house. And calling on the winds, the north, south, east, west wind, whatever. And creating a hurricane in that way, or collecting, like I said, if you live in an area where hurricanes happen, waiting until there's a hurricane, getting the energy, or you've lived through a hurricane, like a bad hurricane, like Hurricane Katrina or something. Okay, that's in the psyche of certainly Americans, and a whole bunch of people know about Hurricane Katrina. So it doesn't have to be a current hurricane. It could be a hurricane from the past. Just listen. Getting, again, feeding off the footage, using it that way. If you can't imagine a hurricane, or getting the map, getting the little symbol. It sure is. Showstopper, it sure is all these. That's why I'm we all need that balance, that love and light. Cause I mean, going full dark is not the answer either. But like, quit playing. Quit playing. Like, that's why I was making so many folks mad during this whole pandemic. And it's like, you should wear a mask even if you're, you know, fuck humanity. Child. Like, please stop acting like you care about people that much. How many homeless people have you helped this year? How many shelters have you donated to? How many hours a week do you volunteer? How much pro bono work have you done? How many hookups you gave out? Don't talk to me about no mask. You know, I played that game good. So I said, I already knew what's going to happen. They're going to sit up here and say, okay, wear the mask. And then when the vaccines come out, you don't have to wear them. I said, okay, I'm going to wear it. And then when they say that, I'm going to stop wearing it like I'm vaccinated. And then they grouped y'all. Well, now you need 15 boosters. We ain't seen an end in sight yet. But that's another subject. So, but that was killing me. Like, please stop acting like you care about your fellow men. You don't. You don't. It's okay. But don't perpetrate a fraud in front of me. Because I know you humans. I am one from time to time. So, I digress. You can get the little symbol of, you know how that little symbol of the hurricane. So you can be strategic about who you want to experience the destruction and who you want to be in the eye of the storm. Because that's the good thing about a hurricane. It's the calm bit. It doesn't get hit as hard. So you want to make sure you place yourself in, you know, the eye of the storm and the people you love and your possessions. And because hurricanes do not care. They destroy everything, you know? So just working with the symbol, that little meteorology symbol itself, and making a petition or something like that, and you put your name or whatever it is you care about in the eye of the storm, protecting it, whoever you want destroyed, enemies or bad habits, you want to destroy that. Be careful. It's a hurricane at the end of the day. So it's not going to spare you either. When you want to take extreme routes to break free of bad habits or thought forms that don't serve you anymore, it's going to come through, and it's going to come through hard. And you might get knocked on your ass in the front, you know, so you have to think about, what does this destruction look like? Like, what would it take? Like, say, for instance, say just something simple. You're trying to quit smoking. Be realistic with yourself. You've been smoking for 20, 30 years. You gonna use hurricane magic to destroy this bad habit. It might destroy you in the process. Because you know yourself. What realistically would it take? A near-death experience? Is that the destruction it would take? How strong is your will? You know, what realistically would it take for you to say, no, I'm done? Because hurricane is extreme. It's going to bring something extreme in to get you together. That's what you asked for. Same thing with drought, okay, you know. So let's talk about droughts real quick, because I could just talk all day about hurricanes and different things you can do. Droughts. Droughts are good when you have too much water. Right. And be careful with that thunderstorm. I'm still dealing with my hard-headedness Because I'm like, no, I'm feeling it. It's storming outside. We about to have a Alfred Hitchcock hour, goddamn. I got my popcorn. Let me find me a good old-fashioned black and white movie to watch and scare myself. Lightning struck. Took us almost a year to get the wiring back right. We still got a wiring issue. Just discovered that the other day. I thought all the issues were straight, but no. Put a light bulb in the living room, light didn't cut on. So still dealing with that. So yeah, thunderstorms are safer. The thunderstorms will kick your ass too. That's Shango. Oya. People, beings, energy. That's it. This bee hovering. Okay, you going about your business. The bee, this a bumblebee trying to get some milk though. Up in this car, but it's gone. Any magic. That's why witchcraft is the craft of the wise. You got to do some things. And don't. And old Yemeya got me walking around here with no draw in the house with no drawers. I see you, Yemeya. Yemeya freak. So yes, I had this nice little robe set. Look, robe set, and I just let it all hang out. That's what Yemeya like. She likes soft things, you know, fabrics that feel really silky and all. So yeah. But yeah, they absolutely don't play at all. But droughts, because it's dry and it's extreme, that's good for those of you out who find yourself dealing with stalkers or people who go too far, popping up on you, real emotional people that don't want to keep their hands to themselves. Droughts can help with that. Okay. Collect menthol, that cooling sensation, that can help balance things out. But yeah, when it comes to extreme weather magic, when it comes to any magic really, a good rule of thumb is, okay, this is what I want. This is what can help. Now, if things go left, what can help me? Having that in place already so you can catch it or what have you. Because I wouldn't be surprised if my recent trip to the hospital was a nice byproduct of the portal I opened up. I told you I was doing big things on that two, was it the 222 portal? I think it was the February 2nd portal. But I used the whole daggone dream catcher. I'm like, this is if anything is a portal, this is a portal. And I made my own sigil and it came out fabulous. I'll be doing a video on that one day. Like, okay, well, at least I got the name. I can make my own sigil out of the name then. Then I know shall stay until I am called to move it somewhere else. But yeah, is it caught up? Let me know if it's still buffering and what y'all missed. That might be my cue to go. But yeah, You experiment on yourself. It's best. Nothing got cut out too good, but I'm going to end this live. That's hurricanes, interacting more. That was the hospital. I have since moved the portal into my bathroom because I had it on my mirror because to improve yourself before making it target yourself. Because a lot of times when you clear up the basic stuff, you find that you don't even you've regulated your energy in such a way that everything just takes care of itself. Good old fashioned synchronicities and all of that start taking place. So yeah, thank you for letting me know what was buffering and where I left off. I'm gonna go in this house. That. So yeah, I'm gonna go, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.